Yo, 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 and welcome to another edition of Little Bro Vapes. Or what can I say? Thank you very much to all my new subscribers and the old ones. Well, what's Little Bro been vaping on today? It's another hardware review, people. And we have got the hangsen Axon kit with the batch soulohm tank with it. So I'll tell you what we're going to do. We'll do the unboxing like we normally do. We'll show you the tank, we'll show you the mod, and then we'll do the pros, the cons, and the bits that we've missed. So straight away onto the box. As you can see on the front, it tells you that it's the Axon kit. It tells you that it's hangsen. Shows you a picture of the mod, and then it tells you this product contains nicotine, which is highly addictive substance. We'll leave that right there. We've got the Axon kit. It tells you which colour you've got. Mine says black. And then it tells you that it's designed and manufactured by Axon International Group Limited, all rights reserved. It then tells you a list of their offices and their email and website. And it tells you to keep it out of the reach of children and animals. You've got all your vape in a bin and all that stuff on there as well. So if we turn it around, it tells you the features of the kit. Once again, it tells you it's the Axon kit. The package contains a Axon box mod, one batch soulohm tank, which has got a coil pre-installed. You get an additional drip tip, an additional coil, additional glass, a USB charging cable, other spare parts, and user manual. And then on the back, it just shows you a picture of the mod, and then it gives you some bump all about the Axon kit itself. So, you slide that out and then you get your box. And again, it tells you it's the hangsen and it's the Axon kit. On the side, it does show you that it's the social media sites, the Facebook and the Instagram. And then you've got www.hangsen.com. That's basically what you get in it. So, if we just put that there. Have a little look there. That is where your mod would have been and your tank. And underneath is where all your spare parts and manuals are. So let's have a little look at these. I'll just put that there. You get a card with the social media sites and also their new range of juice. You get the batch tank manual. Make sure you read that. It'll tell you how to prime your coils, etc, etc. And also your user manual for your mod. Make sure you read that for all your safety as well. There we go. And in the kit itself, you get your USB charging cable. You get a spare glass with some O-rings in there as well, some spare O-rings. You get a mouthpiece, a spare mouthpiece, and a spare coil. So that's basically what's in the kit. So let's have a little look at the tank itself. I quite like the look of it. Like I said, I've got the black one. It's a top filling tank, so if you just have a look at the top, it's a 510, you do get a spare drip tip, and you can see there is a little arrow there. If you just push that up, you'll be able to see, simple to say, push that up. It's got a kidney well in there. Now, it is a small kidney well. It is a 2mm tank. And I have found that when I've been filling it, it's sort of been getting an airlock in it. So I haven't been able to get the juice in it. It just comes back out. But we'll talk about that in the cons. So yeah, you just push that back together again and you're ready to go. It's got a very simple airflow. And it's very easy to move from side to side. There's no like giving it or something that you can hold it back. So if you just twist it, that's how you change the airflow on both sides there as well. And then let's have a look at the coil itself. There we go. Plenty of wicking points there where you can stick your juice. And it is a 4 ohm coil. And then if we just have a look at the top, you'll be able to see that's got a big bore in it. Direct to lung, and that's very simply fitted in. You just unscrew the bottom and you fit the coil in and you're ready to go. So let's have a little look at the bottom of the tank itself. It tells you that it's hangsen, it tells you it's the batch soulohm tank, the serial number, and again vaping in a bin. That's basically your tank. Let's have a little look at the mod. Now I've got the black one. As you can see, it's a bit of a fingerprint magnet. Once you get hold of it, but I tell you what, it is very ergonomical in your hand. It fits lovely. If you're firing it with your finger, which is like the trigger finger, it fits lovely. It still fits alright when you're using your thumb, but I still think it's better when you're using your trigger finger. If we just have a look at the top, I've got the brushed steel finish on there, and you've got your 510 connector there, and it is spring loaded. It's not the easiest to push in, but it is spring loaded. Have a little look at the bottom. You've got your charging port, and again, it's all that brushed sort of steel. Now, it's a very simple kit, and when I mean simple, it is very simple. It is 5 clicks on, 5 clicks off. As you can see, it's only a little small blue screen. It tells you there on the screen the wattage, and it also tells you your ohms and what you've got in your battery. Now, if you hold the power button and the down button together, it'll start to flash. Then you've got power, standard, and soft. Power, standard, and soft. And what that basically means is it'll start off, so if it's on power, it'll start off at, say, 75 watts, and then it'll move down to 70 watts. Again, if you're at 65 watts, it'll then move down to 60 watts. Can't quite work out what it's for, but that's what it's for. And then you've got soft, and it does exactly the same. I don't know what it's for, but there you go. It's got it on there. And that's basically the mod itself. So I'll tell you what, let's do the pros, the cons, and the bits that I've missed. So, the pros, the cons, and the bits that I've missed. I've actually missed 2 big bits out here. It's an 80 watt device, and it's a 2300 mAh battery. Right, let's go on to the pros, and we'll start off with a tank. It's very simple filling. You've got a little arrow, you just push it up, and you've got a kidney well, and that fills your tank up. So it's very easy filling. So that's a pro. Also, the coil gives you some corking flavour. I really do like this coil. The flavour off this is really, really good. And the clouds are amazing. Watch this. Clouds for days. And like I said, the flavour is really, really good off this. And I was very surprised as well, because normally you get these tanks that come with these kits and they're not very good flavour, but this is a really good flavour. It is a 0.4 coil in there as well, and it is called the batch tank, by the way. You've got very simple airflow, just goes round and round like that. It has got 2 stoppers on it, and it's the same on both sides. So yeah, that's roughly the tank, the pros on the tank. It's got simple filling, it's got corking flavour and brilliant clouds, and you've got simple airflow on it. Right, let's talk about the mod itself. It's very ergonomical, fits in your hand really nice, whether you're using your trigger finger or if you turn it to the other side and using your thumb. Fits really nice. You just fit your little finger underneath it and it sits really nice in it. I really do like that. It's an 80 watt device, 230 watt mAh battery in there. It's a simple menu. The only thing that you've got is the power, standard, and soft. And what that basically does is it gives you, say you're at 70 watts, and it'll start off at 70 watts and then brings it down to 65 watts. There's no temperature control, there's no nothing. So it's really, really simple. And I like the look of it. It's a bit of a fingerprint magnet, but it's a pretty good looking thing. So that's really the pros on the mod and the tank itself. Let's go to the cons. The filling port on the top. You've got the kidney well, what's just there. A little bit of air gets stuck in there, and then all of a sudden all your juice starts spilling out and goes all the way down your tank and all the way down your mod. Big thumbs down. That needs to be looked at, and it does happen quite a lot as well. So as you're filling up, you get a bit of air in there, and then it just stops it from going in and it spills back out. The airflow, it hasn't got any resistance on it. So as you're turning it round and round, if you've got it in your pocket or if you just knock it, it stops, and then all of a sudden you'll go for a drag and you're like that. So yeah, that needs to be looked at as well. But all in all, they're the only cons I've got really on the tank itself. Obviously it's a 2mm tank as well. Let's go on to the mod. The mod, it's a 2300 mAh battery. I'm getting about 3.5 hours out of it. So if you're going to go out for longer than 3.5 hours, this is no good to take with you unless you've got one of them little charging packs. You're not getting a lot of hours out of it. Also, it's got no menus, it's simple. I can't understand what the power, standard and soft is for. It's just pointless for me. They could have just left it as not having any menu at all except going up and down for your wattage. Also, the big no-no, they put the charging port at the bottom. You've got plenty of room on this mod to be able to fit a charging port on the side. So you're going to have to tip your charging port on its... charging port. You're going to have to tip the mod on its side to charge it up. So they're the cons, the pros and the cons of the tank and the mod itself. Let's wrap this up. I love the flavour on this and I'm loving the clouds. I don't like the messy tank, and I don't like the airflow being able to change. I love it that it fits in your hand really nice and it's ergonomical, and that it's very, very simple to use. But I don't like that they've come up with that power standard and soft mode. I also don't like the fact that charging port's underneath there, and I certainly don't like it that if I'm going to go out, I'm only getting 3 to 3.5 hours to it. So it hasn't got a thumbs up from me. It's not one that I would recommend to people. Apart from the tank has got corking flavour and corking clouds. Well, all the details for Axon will be down in the descriptions. You can find me on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. If you've liked the video, make sure you like, subscribe and share. The subscribe button's just in the corner. Give it a little press and give it to that new magic number. And there's one last thing to say, people. Keep them juices flowing.